welcome to my channel. As the name suggests, I am a corporate America socialite. I am a recent college grad that has been working in corporate America for a little over a year now, and I use the platform You Need a Budget or YNAB to manage my money as well as a tool to pay down some consumer debts. So, a brief background of me. As I mentioned before, I recently graduated college. So, I have lots of college friends that have also been transplanted into new cities where they now work. And we all pretty much like to travel and see each other as well as, hang out during the weekends or just buy nice things. So, I use YNAB especially to ensure that I don't get myself in too much more of a hole and just be able to stay on top of my funds. So I will be uploading a video of how I pretty much budget on a bi-weekly basis, which is typically when I get paid, and how I allocate my money to different categories, as well as some brief background stories as to why certain categories exist or why money is being more money than usual is put into a additional category. So I will start here. I just recently got paid today. So right now I am working toward my credit card payments and paying those down. So currently my Discover card is has the biggest balance. So I'm planning to be a lot more aggressive with the pay down of this card. But as of now, I have been paying the minimum until I kind of get rid of some other small responsibilities that I have, which I will tap into a little bit later. So as of now, the minimum I believe is about $40. So I'm going to just add in $40. So what I typically would do is just 40 minus what I already have in there. All right, there we go. And as you'll see on most of my categories, they have a date next to them, which just gives me an idea of what's due during this pay week. So I'm going to right now just cover everything that needs to be due by the 20th. So my Discover card, rent. So this month my rent is $725, and I already have some money on reserve. I had to kind of tap into a little bit this past week or so I will replace that. So I believe that will be $159.97. Okay. I also am in a sorority, so each month we pay our dues to ensure that we can go on yearly trips or anniversary type of festivities. So I believe that is, I want to say it's $10 every month. I had already paid some, so now my payments resumed. I had like about 6 months off where I paid so much in advance, but now we're starting back in August. So I think it's $10. I'm just going to put $10 there for now. So my Duke Energy bill, I'm going to actually put $100 there for right now. So I double check. And also my car insurance, well, my car note, I'll do half of the $313. Okay. And funny story with my car insurance. So I decided to change the due date of the car insurance. So now I pretty much got hit with both of the dates at once. So once I pay like this big lump sum, it kind of will fall on the right time frame, which will be the 25th. So I'm going to go ahead and put the money towards that. I believe this month is supposed to be $334 roughly. So let's see. I'm going to add in $221.30. Okay. So also I commute to work by the bus because it's much cheaper than to park, which is about $200 a month to park where I work. So I take the bus, which is about $4 every day. And I did do the math and decided that it wasn't ideal for me to do the monthly pass just because it pretty much works where you have to use the pass in that 30-day span. And once the 30-day is up, then the bus pass is up. And I don't go to work every day. I'm more on a hybrid based schedule. So I go into the office about 2 to 3 days out of the week, and then the other days I work from home. So it is ideal for me right now to just pay on a daily basis. So I'm going to just go ahead and add in, let's say if I go to work three times every week. So that's about 6 times this pay week, and then $4. It's about 24 extra dollars. So I'm going to just add in $16 here. Okay, I did tap into my grocery budget last week and had to use my credit card to kind of buy some small things that I thought I needed. So this week I've been trying as of recently because I just moved to my new apartment, and I've had tons of moving expenses, so I've been trying to keep my grocery budget pretty slim. I hope to kind of increase it a little bit more down the line just because I do enjoy cooking and I like to kind of buy ingredients that I feel like I'd use. So, as of now, I've been sticking to a $50 budget every 2 weeks. Hopefully, I can kind of build that back up to about $60 to $70 maybe. I'm not exactly sure how much I want to go up. I think I'm going to just kind of keep tabs of it, keep tabs on it to see about how much I am spending on a month to month basis so I can determine how much to increase that budget by. But I'm going to go ahead and just allocate about $50 additional here for grocery. I think I might have did that wrong. That did. I'm going to add in the additional that was used for my credit card. Okay, there we go. All right, laundry. So I actually went to the laundromat today, and that has been working best for me. There is a coin laundry in my apartment building, but it doesn't seem to really wash properly. So I have been going to the laundromat that is like around the corner from me. It's like a slight inconvenience, but it works and it gets the job done. So I'm gonna put about $15 towards laundry because I think I loaded about $15 to that card. And then gas has been much more inexpensive now that I've been commuting by bus. So I am going to just budget in $20 for gas just to ensure that the tank doesn't go low if I have to go somewhere. So those are my essentials. And then we're going to move over to true expenses. So this category group houses pretty much all of my different subscriptions as well as my credit card interest charges. So I try to pay my interest charges back just so my revolving balance doesn't continue to grow as much. So from the 6th to the 20th, what do I have going on? Okay, so I know Apple Music. Okay, I spent $10.77 last month. Audible, $14.95. I'm going to just put in the Discover interest in here. Amazon Prime, $13.08. HP Instant Ink, $106. And those are the ones I have to worry about as of now. let's see, debt payments. So I have my Afterpay, Klarna, QuadPay. Those have been gifts and curses. I now want to only limit those to absolute emergencies and hopefully just be completely done with Afterpay and Klarna. And if I have an emergency, solely use QuadPay. So I do have, I think, two more transactions on those two platforms. So let me double check to see how much I do owe. Okay, so Afterpay, 617, and I think QuadPay is 1190 plus 3603. Okay. So there are some other categories which I will explain in this group. So not credit, just debit is anytime I spend from my emergency fund, I debit it on this category just so I can be reminded when I am paid again how much I did take out so I can go ahead and reimburse myself. And to being reimbursed is anyone that I may owe. Cash App pay down, that's actually a funny story that I'll probably go and get into a little bit later. And then medical collections and student loans. So my sinking funds, I do want to go ahead and put $100 into my emergency fund because I did use a decent amount of my emergency fund when I moved from my last apartment into this one. And I think I also may do another video where I discuss what my different categories are, what exactly they mean, and how I use them. So I'll do that in a different video. So just for fun, this category gets used quite often. So it says categorize as you go. That's pretty much a house rule for this category group. So what I typically do is place the money that I am considering fund money in this category group, the fund money group. And as I spend from it, that's when I will categorize it for that month, just so I can keep track of where most of my money has been going this past month or these past 2 weeks, and kind of allows me to do an audit of where the fund money is kind of going. So let's see. I did go out to lunch with some of my sorors yesterday, so that's why this is there. So I'm going to go ahead and just cover that. And I guess I'll just pay back this card because that makes sense. Okay, so in fund money, I've been very tight with my fund money these past months or so, just because I've been trying to pay back most of my moving expenses, as I mentioned earlier. So I've been sticking to about $100 for every pay period, and that has been so hard to do that I find myself relying on credit cards or tapping into money that I've allocated somewhere else. So I think just to kind of give myself a little bit of wiggle room, I will allot about $200 here. And hopefully I don't, splurge too much. And I've been trying to just come up with different tactics to avoid impulse buying and just unnecessary buys. Okay. So I have about $258 left. So at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw that into some additional bills. So let's see. I honestly should, let's just make this 200. going to add another 100 here for rent, so I can kind of have that on reserve. Did that do that right? I don't think so. Okay, let's do plus 100. And honestly, I'm going to just pour the, let's see what my sinking funds are looking like. I'm actually going to put this into card note because I think that might be okay. And then I'll add the rest into sinking funds just so I won't feel so torn when it is time to pay the car note. I'm going to just put that there. Okay. All right, so all of my money has been assigned. This has been the first time that I've done a budget with me video, and it does seem a little bit weird right now just because I probably would just think this out in my mind and not have to say it out loud. So that does kind of make me hold myself a lot more accountable. So as you guys can see that um, I probably can use some help or pointers and any advice that you may have or tips that you think will work out for me. Please leave that down below in the comments, and I look forward to making more of these. Thank you.